Hello there and welcome to the Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. I'm your host, Vidas Pinkevicius. Today's guest is Sophie-Veronique Cauchefer-Choplin, the famous French organist and improviser. She is the assistant titular organist of the great organ at Saint-Sulpice in Paris, and also emeritus organist of the great organ of Saint-Jean-Baptiste de la Salle. And also she teaches at Royal College of Music in London. She is the professor there. So in this conversation, Sophie-Veronique will share her insights about organ improvisation, especially in the French tradition, in how the French organists teach it, the French method basically. And you will be delighted, I hope, to hear her basically processes that she also improvises, but also after this conversation you will have at least few ideas to try on your own. So if you are interested at all in organ improvisation, this conversation will be inspiring, I hope, to you. Let's go to the show. Hello, Sophie-Veronique. I'm very excited you are here in Vilnius and you are on the jury of International Čiurlionis Piano and Organ Competition, and we're having this conversation at the lobby of this hotel. And today we're going to talk about the subject you're most passionate about, organ improvisation. Thank you so much.
Okay, hello, and I am very happy to speak with you in this wonderful hotel. And today the sun shines, donc it's a really good time in Vilnius. I am very happy to be here.
Excellent. So, improvisation. What fascinates you about improvisation? Why do you improvise?
Why? It's a good question, because I think since very long time I love to make improvisation, because I remember when I was a teenager at the school, immediately after to listen a sting, my friends asked to me, please play on the piano without music, play the thing on the piano, and I turned around the theme, and it was not easy, but it was always an happiness moment for me.
To create something.
To create
on
and
the moment.
to capture the language. I was teenager. But after I continue my musical studies, and when I was a student at the Conservatoire National Supérieur of Music, where I studied also harmonie, contrepoint, fugue, orgue, I decided also to study with Roland Falcinelli improvisation. And I remember the first moment where she said to me, if you want to be my student, I would like to listen you. I give you this theme, you have 6 minutes. Wow, 6 minutes.
Improvise on this theme, right?
Yes,
it's very long.
Yes, alors very free. The form was very free. It was just what I can make with one theme. I remember 6 minutes, my eyes on my clock, and I tried to make the maximum. And after, when I finish, I turn my head and I see the face of Roland with a little smile. And she said, okay, you can prepare the concours to become my student with a concours, in front of the piano. And now I can say to you what was good, what was not good. And never I saw this one. She remembered exactly all, no problem for her. To say you began like this one, at this moment it was too long, at this moment perhaps it was too short. Là, where was your harmony? I didn't know. Alors, I had the competition and I became a student with her. And it was a very good moment in my life, because after the interpretation with a lot of rigor, I can say, we need rigor in improvisation, but it's also you. It is your language. It's you. You are not the intermediaire between a composer and a public. It's you.
You are the composer, right?
Yes.
At the same time,
yes.
the performer.
Yes. And during the few years of studies, never Roland said to us, we were four, oh, your language is not good. Never.
Never.
So it was excellent, because nobody tried to imitate the language of our the other student, because we are okay with us. It was an excellent teaching about this one.
Yeah. And this French tradition, of course, it's centuries old, right? It comes from Tite-Louse, right? Then through Couperin, and Clérambault, and Franck, and Vidor.
Franck, when he was teacher at the conservatory, I think that there were 3 courses every week, 2 courses in improvisation and only 1 in interpretation.
Yes.
It was very obligatory. Now the things, it's pity, change, because it's not the same tradition in the church with the repertoire, and we have not a lot of time to play, and it's not the same comment dire, ambiance. We have not long time, only 2, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. But I continue exactly. But I continue to say to my students, please try to make improvisation, because when you have just 2 or 3, what you make? You have not the time to look for a piece in the repertoire. Go, take the theme of the last hymn, by example, and try to make an improvisation.
Yeah, to take this chant theme, right, and apply in music on the organ with pedals, with manuals, with different stops, and make variations. And you don't know how long this piece have to be, right? Because the priest is doing something during communion, right? And you're looking at the people. Everything is free, very free.
Exactly.
And if you choose to play repertoire, you are very strict and don't know when to stop, right?
Exactly.
Good if you play Fiori Musicali by Frescobaldi, you can stop every line basically. But if you're playing a longer piece, then you have to, of course, know how to stop.
Exactly.
So
and also the parish like, because it's a continuity. I don't know if I can use this
Sure,
name.
continuity.
Yes, continuity of the hymn. Donc we comment dire? Oh là là.
You extend the last.
We extend, and also we are in the mess. Really, we are together. Your organ, great organ, parish, and parish and priest like this one. Mm-hmm. And we are lucky, Daniel Montagny in Saint-Sulpice, because before the mass every Sunday, there are 15 minutes to play. Offertoire, communion, postlude, and audition on 30 minutes.
30 minutes audition,
every Sunday. And the Sunday evening, exactly the same, 10 minutes before the mess. Offertoire, communion, postlude, large postlude, but no audition. But we have also the time to make improvisation.
Yeah, it's so great when priest gives you the time to play and doesn't say, please stop, we have to make another thing. We don't like organ music, you know. They appreciate your expertise, your generosity you share with people through organ, and they support you through letting you play this magnificent instrument you have at Sophie-Veronique.
And this year is our birthday with Daniel Roth. We are since 30 years in Sophie-Veronique. 1985. Oh my God.
30 years
30
of
years
service, yes.
of service. And I only have good memories with priests. Only because they respect our playing, the tradition with this fabulous organ, and never problem. Never.
So when you teach people to improvise, right? How do you usually start? From which point? Do you start with counterpoint or harmony?
I like to answer to this question because at the beginning, when I went on the first time in US, they proposed me times ago to teach a masterclass of improvisation. I had, I think, 70, 80 people in front of me, 2 hours. What I can make in 2 hours to speak about improvisation? Alors, more and more, at each masterclass, I began to create a method, a personal method, and I like to teach beginners. Alors, generally, I give a few notes of a chorale, very classic. And on the first time, I try to hear if they have an harmony, natural harmony or not. Because sometimes they didn't study harmony, contrepoint. And
I'm sorry to interrupt. Natural harmony, you probably refer to chords. Like 3-note chords,
exactly.
Right? Tonic, subdominant, and dominant.
Exactly. And if you upside down the chords, inversions, voilà, 6-4, 6-4, bravo, 6-4, and bon voilà. If they have this natural harmony, bon, we discuss about some mistakes, and I show how we use a chorale, and we create a variation with only 2 voices. The chorale on the right hand, no feet, and quavers on the left, semi-quavers, triplet. Voilà, more and more. After I speak about just this one, very simple. Simple, it's not so simple, but it is the beginning. And immediately, on the same time, I speak about modal language, my favorite language.
Of course.
And they learn to what is a mode, by example, a mode of E, no sharp, no flat. How we move in E. I use the 5th cycle.
Circle of fifths.
Exactly. We cycle of 5th. And with this one, when they know how you move just in one key, in another key where you add the first sharp, by example, we create a simple form E, A, B, A. Voilà. The first part will be to play the theme, simple. You don't move in another mode. No. You stay in E. After the second part, you move like a development, and the third, you come back. Exactly. Simple.
So you start on the mode of E without sharps at all, right? And then on the B section, you add 1 sharp, right?
Exactly.
And then come back.
Exactly.
Simple.
Simple.
Yeah.
The same to go to flat and to come back. Simple. After we create more and more. After it will be a variation on the theme, a modal theme, a different variation. Slowly, sad, fast. Different movements of joy, voilà, impressionniste,
yeah. Angry,
yeah. Very, very pity, sad. They learn also how we can use a theme to change some notes, to change a character, to change if it is in minor. I propose a variation in major, and voilà, more and more. And also, I come back to the classic language on the beginning. After variation, also, if it's good, we begin to add pedal also, and more fugue, Asakai,
new forms basically.
Voilà, in this language. Voilà. And modal language, it's very open. And the third part is to use the 12 sound, of a scale. Chromatic. And it's really most free at this moment. It is the three part for begin improvisation.
Yeah, so basically this tonal improvisation with the chorale, modal, and chromatic, right?
Exactly.
3 parts each.
Exactly.
When do you introduce the fugue into improvisation?
When the variation trio, by example, with three parts is perfect.
Then later,
we can envisage
fugue, probably.
Scholar fugue. Scholar fugue. Oui, scholar fugue.
With 4 parts and exposition, counter-exposition,
exactly,
right? All these parts like
André Guedage. After we move in the relative, after we move on the tonality of the subdominant, and we come back on the pedal, stretto, and the end.
Classical form of the fugue. You follow the descriptions of André Guedage probably, and Marcel Dupré probably from his treatise, and of course with fugue we are restricted somewhat with the number of voices, with the tonality entrances, tonic, dominant, right?
Exactly.
And then counter-exposition, dominant, tonic, dominant, tonic. And of course, people sometimes are scared to improvise fugues, right?
I know.
But with your method, it's very simple because it's not at the beginning.
No.
But after some things.
And also now I forget to say that since only 1 or 2 years, I introduce before the fugue invention, only with 2 voices, and I give a plan with different tonality. They have not to think where they have to go. No, they know. They can read. You have to go in this way, and we learn to transpose. Oui. And also, it's good to prepare for the fugue.
Yeah, this 2-part invention sort of is like a preparatory stage for the fugue, right?
Exactly.
Then you're ready to apply not only tonic, dominant, but then tonic, dominant.
Exactly. And we use also interlude between each tonality, interlude to stay in a tonality, interlude to move in another tonality, and to come back in this on the first, and voilà. I have some exercise that they use more and more to be natural.
Do you use sequences to modulate?
Oui. Oui.
Very good technique, very powerful way, of course, to move from one key to another, and go to from C major to E major even, if you need.
Exactly. Good exercise. And also, I am very, very, very happy to teach improvisation to pianist. At the Royal College, I have also some pianist students, and it's spectacular because they play very well piano, and they know how sing the piano, and for effects, fabulous. And I am very happy also to teach the piano.
So in order to start to improvise, it's probably good to have a good organ technique or piano technique, right? First,
sure.
And only then you do things that you can
Sure,
imagine.
it's good to have a good technique and also a lot of repertoire, because in your head it shows that you find inspiration in your repertoire, also for the language, also for the form. And by example, I like to, for a prelude, to begin like the first movement of the first symphony of Vierne in Saint-Sulpice. It's wonderful. Tutti swell with the box closed, and big crescendo and decrescendo slowly. The forms that also I teach, but I sure that I find my form.
So in repertoire.
In the repertoire, sure.
You are like an explorer, right? You are like a scientist to search for possible models, right? For
oui.
We think of ourselves as basically artists who can steal ideas, right? From Bach, from Franck, from Vierne, right? From people, from Langlais probably, from Messiaen,
Duruflé,
Alain,
I love Duruflé.
Duruflé, right?
The best for me.
Duruflé.
I love the language of Duruflé.
A pity that he left not too many pieces, right? Only about 1 hour of repertoire is written in, but of course he improvised everything, and his work is very fabulous. And Sophie-Veronique, when people start from the beginning, they don't know, they don't have technique, can they start improvisation as well, or is it too early?
Very simple.
Simple.
Very simple.
Simple, like.
Very simple. Generally, I said to them during your office, if they play in a church, very little church, little organ, little improvisation.
Yeah.
If they use a sample form, I think they can make something.
Even if they don't have good technique, they can try to
slowly. But in the end,
develop.
it's good to think, to develop also. They have not. Often I say to them, don't be afraid. I know that if I say make an improvisation, oh my God, no. No. We begin very simple. If it's too difficult with classic language, we begin by modern. Not in Royal College, but by example during master class.
Yeah, sure. And of course, people then can learn to improvise, and this improvisation can develop their technique as well. It's like a warm-up, right? You can improvise before your real practice time, right? 10 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever. And you are warmer, like you, instead of playing scales, you improvise scales and other things, you know?
Yes.
You can do that. And it's very important that people are not scared from the improvisation, right?
Wait. Wow, wait. Very important. Don't be afraid.
So,
and also, I would like to speak about improvisation on text. Because I love to make this one. Since long time, I have some concert every year with actors who speak a text and liturgic theme, the creation. The 7 days with the crescendo to the coming of God, and the last day it's the rest.
Fantastic.
Also the Little Prince of Saint-Exupéry, L'enfant de Noé, Eric Emmanuel Schmidt, lot of ideas, and I love also to make this one because it's a translation of a word in music.
Music, yeah. It's storytelling. You are telling musical story through sounds, and whoever reads is telling a story in text, right?
Exactly.
And it can be done in painting too, right?
Exactly.
Painting.
I also on paintings. I remember in New York, my second part of my concert was an improvisation on 3 paintings, and it was the story of the 3 archangels. And at each painting, a man make a resume of the story, and me I continue in music.
Excellent. So a person can read a little bit about this painting, and you continue, and people see visual representation, and you lead them through the musical adventures, right?
I remember at the cathedral at Hartford, also in US, they gave me 6 windows.
Windows, yeah, stained glass.
Exactly.
Wonderful. Do you improvise with dancers as well?
Oh, it's my dream.
Sometimes, you know...
it's my dream. You know, I have to say to you why. Because at each time I play the prelude of the suite of Maurice Duruflet.
Oh, yeah.
The prelude. At each time when I play this one, I imagine a dancer. We begin like this one, we finish it. So she says it. And it comes back right to the beginning.
It works wonderful with movement, yeah. Next year I will do improvisation with university kinetic group, movement dance, modern dance group who also improvise, and the theme will be creation. So we maybe also explore similar ideas that you also...
I remember to watch a movie with a dancer, Le jeune homme et la mort. Young man and death.
And death. Oh.
And it was Rodolphe Nureyev who danced, and it's tragic because at the end he died. He wanted to die. And it was incredible. The music was the Passacaille des Fugues of Bach by André Marchal. They chose this music for this dance.
For this
and at
dramatic,
this moment,
tragic dance.
I imagine it will be also possible with an improvisation.
Yeah. So people sometimes they use repertoire with the dance, right? Pieces from their composed compositions like Bach and other. But you can also, of course, improvise if you're curious. Do you think that curiosity is a very important thing for improviser? Curiosity.
I think, and also I can say one thing. You have to listen all. Don't stay classic language, organ music. No.
You get ideas here.
Me, I listen a lot of music because I like, and I find fantastic music in variety, in jazz,
Exactly. Folk music, right? Exotic music, everywhere. Literary works, novels, poems, right? Paintings, everything can be inspiring.
Exactly.
So thank you so much, Sophie-Veronique. You are great inspiration for the people around the world. So before we finish, can you tell a place where people can connect with you online? Maybe website or?
Oh la 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 la! I don't know.
But you have a website, of course.
Oui, I have a website. I never answer to Facebook because it's too complicated for me to understand Facebook. And if you begin to answer, it's every day that you have to chat. But on the website, oui.
Excellent. I will direct people to your website then.
Okay.
Thank
I
you
can
so
give
much.
you my website.
Excellent.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. If you liked this conversation, I encourage you to visit my blog Secrets of Organ Playing at organduo.lt, where you will find lots of insights, practical advice and training for every area of organ playing. You can subscribe to this blog for free to get your daily dose of inspiration and to be the first to know when any of my future podcasts roll out. I hope to help you reach your dreams in organ playing. I'm Vidas Pinkevicius. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you online really soon.